Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and let's talk about this Victoria Alonso thing because I haven't really been talking about it because honestly, I don't care. But the news is trying to turn it into this Disney's being sexist and homophobic and racist because she's a gay Latino woman who got fired, and that's just terrible of Disney. And it's just like, no, it's not really terrible of Disney. It's just business. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Was she thrown on the bus? Hell yes. But she brought that thrown on the bus on herself though, because she did screw up a lot for Marvel. You know what I'm saying? Yes, she was there at the beginning, 2006, with Iron Man and stuff like that, and that's admirable, but she still screwed up when it came to these recent MCU projects. You know what I'm saying? Phase 4 and the beginning of Phase 5 is all her. She became president of visual effects and stuff like that, and you know, hey, we've seen the stories, we've seen the shows. We know that a lot of it just hasn't been great. We also know that she was also the same one talking about that the X-Men are outdated or whatever, or the fact that she was talking about when they were doing the Eternals, and she was talking about how it's great to see so much representation and stuff like that. And we chose these. This was a good moment in time to show people that, you know, that, you know, diversity and inclusion exist or whatever. But it's just like, why are you even talking about this? Because first off, the Eternals aren't even fucking that diverse like that. Yeah, it's a diverse team, but those characters are not different race, and it just goes back to show how disrespectful you are to Jack Kirby to even do something like that. And then don't even get me started with the Wakanda Forever thing, where they literally changed Namor so she can turn it into her little representation of Latin representation, which doesn't make logical sense because people who know Namor were just like, what is this? Because at that point, it's not Namor, it's someone else. And you could have easily created a brand new character if that was the case, because it made no sense for the changes that you made to Namor just because of Universal, honestly. Because you could have easily ignored that, or you could have just paid Universal the fee that they asked for and you do Namor correctly. That's how I feel about the situation. It's so stupid to even think that it was okay to even make these kind of damn changes. But now we're realizing that the reason why she's getting fired is because of, you know, some of the shady practices she was doing with Disney, where she went to Bob Iger and was telling him that, you know, this "Don't Say Gay" bill, which is really not the name of the damn bill. His parents, but in Florida, making him taking a stand on something that has absolutely nothing to do with Disney, making everything about political views and needs of minorities and LGBT stuff. That kind of stuff right there, that stuff starts to weigh on a company and starts weighing on a person. Because my thing is, how dare you come to a CEO and try to tell them what they better do, what they have to do? You know what I'm saying? Then going to GLAAD talking about we gonna change the world one movie at a time by actually put your political wants and needs into these characters, pushing forward LGBT themes into Disney stuff and into Marvel stuff when you have absolutely no right to do that kind of stuff. Putting more time and effort into your own personal project outside of Disney, outside of Marvel, and you wonder why you got fired. Like, it doesn't even make any sense. Now everybody's saying that she was very terrible at running the visual effects department. No, really, you think? I mean, did you see the visual effects? It shows that she didn't really care much, and that's sad, but it's true. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got somebody who, you know, really just got lucky, because back in the day, she was she was a producer, but she was also someone who was probably put in line and was told like, hey, this is what we're doing, this is what we're not going to do, here are the rules and regulations, and flat out, this is before you can just go on the morals of, hey, I'm gay and I'm a Latino woman and you're going to listen to me. No, that's not how this works. Her work speaks for itself. And as a president of VFX and making sure that you're getting these shows done right now, when you're in charge of stuff and y'all are losing profits and millions, no, you gotta go. It don't matter who you is. You know what I'm saying? Then they're trying to be like, oh, Variety, not Variety, but Kevin didn't protect her. Protect her from what? You know, she knew what the hell she did. She screwed up, and you know, it's called karma. You can't keep coming to these people's companies thinking you're gonna do whatever the fuck you want to, and then think that there wasn't gonna be any kind of consequences for that. To me, that don't make no damn logical sense to me. Like, how the hell did you think you could just go to these people's company, make some rules and regulations, and bam, you know what I'm saying? And then try to play victim, talking about Disney silenced her and everything. No, Disney didn't silence you at all. Disney let you do whatever the hell you want to. Profits were being lost, and guess what? When profits are being lost, someone has to take some responsibility. That's you, bitch. No offense. Like, I'm so sick of everybody trying to play victimhood when y'all screwed up everything. You screwed up the MCU. You screwed up the visual effects department and stuff. They said it's a nightmare working with you. So all these people that's just working under you is lying? So everybody at Disney just lying all of a sudden? Come on now. And don't sit there and talking about, oh, they silenced you and they were being sexist, homophobic, or whatever. Because the company literally lost Regent's Creek behind this nonsense. They lost their special privileges. You know what I'm saying? So don't give me that nonsense of, oh, they were being sexist and homophobes and all that kind of stuff. No, they gave you a big ass platform to do whatever the hell you wanted to. You did whatever the fuck you wanted to with the Eternals. You did whatever the fuck you wanted to with what? Wakanda Forever. Honestly, you did a lot with the Disney Plus shows on your own volition without any oversight. So don't give me that bullshit of, oh, they were being mean to me and stuff like that. No, that's not how this shit works. That is honestly not how any of this works at all. You know what I mean? You have to take some responsibility. You're a grown ass woman. And you were supposed to be a leader, and your leadership failed. You know what I mean? Now you trying to do lawsuits and all that kind of nonsense. Nah, you ain't doing no damn lawsuits. You know what I'm saying? And if Disney tried to silence you, it's because they knew that they were fucking up, that you were fucking up as an executive. You know what I'm saying? Nobody cares about this other stuff that don't have anything to do. And then apparently, you also got fired. I mean, they also used the fact that you went against Disney when you did the whole what you did. You did like you produced an Argentine historical drama that was distributed by Amazon, and it was competing for best international Oscars during the same time that Disney was also having movies that was going against Oscars. So you make it make sense, girl. You make it make sense. You the one who breached contract, and guess what? When you breach contract, you get fired. You get fired. You know what I'm saying? And they have every right to terminate you. They have every right to terminate you. There is so much things against you that you can't just pretend like, oh, it's everybody else's fault but yours. You know what I'm saying? And then it's basically they're saying like there's been repeating warnings, don't do it, don't show up, do not take the side of this drama piece for Amazon or whatever, because Amazon is Disney's competition. So why would you think that you can produce a movie that literally is going against Disney stuff? Yes, it's an international film, but also Disney is there to represent their stuff, and you're supposed to be one of the presidents of the company, and you're representing another thing. You're not representing Disney, and you wonder why you got fired. You were so busy doing this, but you couldn't get the visual effects together. You couldn't get the visual effects together, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you make it make sense. You make it make sense. So I don't know. I just think that when you got a lot of people talking about, hey, the visual effects don't make any sense, this whole need of female representation, LGBT stuff, and the stuff that you wanted to put in front of Marvel that's been losing Marvel money, but you decided that you want to focus on this movie, Argentina 1985, and put time and effort into that. Guess what? Disney has every right to get rid of you. And then with Ant-Man and the Wasp flopping at the box office, oh yeah, somebody was going to have to answer to that. And guess who's in charge of visual effects? Oh, right, that's you. That's you, Alonso. You were so busy virtue signaling to GLAAD, to Argentina, to the world about being gay and a Latina that you forgot to do your goddamn job. And you forgot to do your damn job correctly. So, I don't feel sorry for you. Ain't crying no victimhood or whatever, stuff like that. But it's time to get rid of some of y'all, because it's too many activists up in the goddamn companies. Then you wanna change things around at the last minute. Nah, we ain't got time to be changing visual effects at the last minute. Then you barely want to pay people too. Oh yeah. You was in charge of that shit too. Make sure these people get their money. Make sure that they knew what they were filming. You didn't do none of that neither. So again, I ask you, Victoria Alonso, why do you think that you shouldn't have got fired? Because from what I'm seeing, your ass ain't did a good job since you got elevated. You might have been there at the start, but clearly you let power get to you. And power corrupts absolutely. You was on this binge about trying to be an activist, trying to make Disney more inclusive and diverse or whatever, that you neglected your job as a leader. And guess what? You should have known that somebody was going to take the fall for all these failures from phase 4. And there's a lot of stuff out there where you were going against your own company. Hell, there was rumors about you telling them what Disney was going to do, and Disney was going to do this, and they ain't going to do nothing to me. Oh, okay, well, guess what? You're fired. So, congratulations. You made yourself look like a fool, Victoria Alonso. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.